Alright guys, welcome to lesson 13. We're going to start a new unit. We're going to wrap up with unit 8 talking about polynomials. So as always, pause the video to jot down your notes. Alright, so we are going to write our information right here on page 37. Oh, and this is unit 8. Forgot to write that to the side here. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so you can go ahead and pause and jot all this down. Okay, so look, polynomials, guys, you've seen these a bunch of times. I don't need to read this all to you, but what I've done is I've given you some examples at the bottom. These over here are your polynomials. They're all good examples of polynomials, and these guys are not. So the reason, let me erase that piece. The reason these guys on the right are not polynomials, the first one, this x is in the exponent. That's the issue. On the second one, this x is in the denominator. And on the bottom one, this x is in the square root symbol. Those are all reasons something cannot be a polynomial. They can't be in those locations. Alright, so these are types of polynomials. The monomial, binomial, trinomial, and the general term polynomial. So I tried to highlight them. 5x, 3xy, 2x squared. A term is where you don't have any plus or minus signs. So you'll notice a monomial has no plus or minus signs. Binomials is just going to be two monomials connected with a plus or minus sign. And then a trinomial is going to have three terms. So there will be two plus or minus signs in there. And then a polynomial is just a generic term for anything more than three. We only named this first three, monomial, binomial, trinomial. So anything bigger than three terms is called a generic polynomial. Alright, then you've got the degree of a polynomial. So go ahead and pause and jot this down. This is pretty straightforward. It's your largest exponent. So when I look at number 1, 4 is the biggest exponent on there, so it's a degree 4. Look at number 2, 11 is the biggest exponent on the variable. It's 11. Now number 3 is a little tricky because you see how it's not written as a polynomial. There's a multiplication in place there. So you either need to do this a couple ways. You can multiply it out so that you get x squared minus x minus 6 by using FOIL. And you would see that that's a degree 2. I do it in an easier way. I simply, when things are multiplied out, I just count all the exponents. And I would see that there's a 1 here and a 1 here. There's two of them. So as an example, you could also do this. Let me show you another one. What if I had this, x plus 5? What if I had 3 of those? I had an x squared out front. X minus 1 here. See, if I was to do all the multiplication on this, I've got 2, a 3, and a 1. So that would be 6. That means there's going to be 6 times an exponent on the x. So this would be a degree of 6. So whenever you see things written out in multiplication format, you just add all the exponents on top of the x's together, and then that'll get you your degree. Alright, what do you have to do? You got to make sure you've taken quiz in 4 if you haven't done it yet. There are 2 items in the assignments tabs for you to work on. And there also is bookwork. I just forgot to put it in here. But there are 3 problems out of the book that you'll also see for you to take care of. Alright, make up any missing work and quizzes, guys. And that is it. Take care.